Just gonna get it going again. There we go. Fixed. Alright.
I'll bow at him and I'll walk away.
Gotcha. Alright, 1 second. There it goes. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, we had a little issue and I didn't realize we weren't recording, but we are recording now. All that we missed was that we figured out that the party figured out that the notes was about a contract giving up the firstborn daughter to the hag, which they killed. Now, the party is trying to figure out a way to get out. Alright, back to it. So, you were told that the kitchen might be a good way to get out over there.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll come back and I'll let them know.
Yep.
So, he's not able to get us out unchecked, but I imagine. He said we could stealth out the kitchen probably. And as we seem to be quite proficient at that.
True.
Right over there.
But
Let me do one thing very quickly.
Alright.
And Rosita will cast message on the lady
Yep.
and be like, we're going to make our exit. We're going through the kitchen. Any way you can distract the servant?
As, she, looks at you for a second, and she'll say, there is a possible way out through the servant quarters, yes. The first door will lead into the, restrooms for the people working in the kitchen. I don't believe anyone will be in there yet, and you should be able to climb through the window there.
And Rosita will use message again and be like, thank you, my lady. We've taken care of the things needing to be taken care of.
Thank you.
And Rosita will literally go back like, there's no servants supposed to be in there right now, so Rosita will just walk, no suspicion, just walking.
I will follow.
yep. Marcus will follow, but once they're out of sight, he actually takes out the trench coat and puts it on the chair, kind of trying to seem like he's maybe sitting there or something.
Okay, you leave your blood-soaked trench coat behind.
Never mind. I'll take it. Actually,
It's heavily covered in blood, but because it's black, it's hard to tell.
okay, good. Okay, yeah, can't. All right, it's more suspicious if that's left there. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. You're
Gotcha.
looking dapper as usual.
Now, when Rosita reaches the door, she's gonna take a note out of Vizraya's book and listen if there's any noise.
Yep, that would be the perception check, please. Oh yeah, you hear everything and there's nothing on the other side of the door.
And she just carefully opens it.
Yep. Looking ahead, it appears to be the servant quarters, well, the servant corridor, essentially. On the side, there are shelves lined with simple utensils, glasses, cloths, linens, everything, you name it. At the end, you see what looks to be a dumb waiter that goes up to the first floor. Oh, second floor.
I think we're done here for the night. And what door did the lady say?
The first.
The first, Rosita, just listening in, just didn't hear anything.
Yep. You listen in, you do not hear anything.
Opens the door once more. Or at least tries to.
Yep. You open the door, and yeah, it appears to be a sleeping chamber of some sort, with an open window on the other side. Looking out, you can see wagons laden with gears and a carriage. Or 2 carriages and 1 wagon laden with gear. And
And
Vezariah and Marcus are blind again.
Yep.
Well, Rosita gently just drags them and be like, through the window again?
Just. Where's the window?
And she gently pulls them through the window. They're through the window.
I can feel the glass.
There's no glass.
Oh, no. He's touching like a smooth person of the wall. Like, yes, this is glass.
You touch it like smooth stones, like, yes, this is definitely glass.
Ah!
Pull it up my hood.
And Rosita will say, avoid the guards, and off we go.
Alright, so you come up to the next area, which you see battlements up ahead. Massive stone walls, essentially, with spikes on top.
I can get past the wall, but the spikes.
To the south, Rosita, you could of course see the barn.
Yeah, it's so nice, isn't it? Seeing things. Yeah, privileged tieflings.
I think my mother and father.
Vezrai, you've hit the wall.
Guys, there's a wall here.
Yes, there is.
What a brilliant find.
As you guys are just sneaking in between these 2 carts.
And Rosita will just slightly pass by and just grab Rosariah and be like, this way. And lead them towards the barn.
Gotcha. I'm just putting terrain walls up real quick.
Thank you.
Oh no, this is making it harder for you.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. So they just block light and shit. So yeah, you'll lead the blind towards the barn, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't see whenever I select your tokens, so...
Actually, at this point, Marcus sort of pulls out his hooded lantern and says, you know, magic's great and all, but the thing about this lantern is that I can just easily slide it shut if we need to stop the light from going. And honestly, I just want to use this thing and not be blind as much.
Would love that.
Oh, God.
Yep. So
Be careful.
he will light his hooded lantern.
Alright. 30 feet dim and 30 feet bright.
Yeah, though actually he starts it off being as, you know, the light to the 5-foot radius setting. So before he lights it, he shuts the light sections off, so that it doesn't immediately spark into life and shuts.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna double check stuff. Lowering hood reduces the light to 5 feet dim light radius. Okay, gotcha. So no bright light.
Perfect.
Oh. Marcus, there you are.
Looking ahead, you see the wooden structure of the barn up ahead. With the 5 feet, you can barely make out that the the barn is probably at leveled with the wall.
Like the top of the wall.
Yeah, the top of the wall. Like the top of the barn is level with the top of the wall.
Spikes and all?
Yep. So it looks like you could possibly jump over.
Well, I can fly. So,
Yeah,
Well,
well,
good for
you know,
you.
you technically don't have to even be here anymore.
You can just fuck off. Leave the rest to suffer.
We're in this together at this point.
I
Ah,
might need a little help.
Yeah.
don't worry, I'm here to help.
What's... Could I... What's my strength?
Rosita's small, remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Very
so-
small.
yeah.
Small tiefling.
I have like a +1. Would I be able to carry them while flying?
Rosita, most likely.
Yeah.
Marcus, that's a definite no.
Yeah, he's a punchy bastard. But worry not, he has his climbing speed. He'll be fine.
Well, there we are.
So you can leap a number of different distances up to your strength score. So Rosita,
and
you
also-
can get 10 feet. And Marcus can get 9 feet.
Yep, thanks to my reliable talent. I think of one of those rogue features.
Oh no, I was saying 9 feet because of your strength, which is 9.
Oh, right. But I also can make my dexterity, when I take a jump action, I can make it a dexterity check.
Oh,
So-
that's right. I forgot about that. Thank you. So you can theoretically jump 20 feet.
Yep.
You're all good.
Mm.
Damn.
The next thing to do is to scale to the top of the barn, which I believe one person can do so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Marcus
make
will do so. Or, what do you mean, Vezarian? Or Vezrai?
Why up, Marcus? Alright.
Yes.
I will...
Marcus has a climb speed, so he can just climb to the top.
Yep. You take care of Rosita.
I shall fly up.
Alright, you fly up. Marcus, you scamper to the top of the barn, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
With Rosita. I pick... If I may.
go for it. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, I'll pick her up and I'll fly up.
Alright, as you fly up and over, taking Rosita with you, you manage to make it to the other side pretty easily. The only person that is of question is Marcus.
Yep. So the barn roof is on the high of the...
Yep. It is
Yep.
20 feet up.
Alright, perfect. And I just have 20 feet of height as I use my dexterous second story work to try to jump it.
Alright, you easily jump over and cross, clearing the others quite easily. The only issue is, what goes up needs to come down. So,
Oh,
as you're in midair, you're like, yeah! Oh no!
no gravity!
Yes. Can I get an acrobatics or athletics check? You are taking damage, it's just whether or not you take half damage.
Uh,
Oh no!
oh no! Question, can I use my not evasion, but like uncanny dodge to try to half the fall damage? Wait,
I-
let me see.
I don't
no,
think that
I
will
can't.
work. No.
Yeah, it's not, the ground is not an attacker. So,
Yes, no,
you
the
know.
ground is an object, as you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
How good are you?
I'm still up, barely.
Woo!
Oh, I
Ugh.
can't see anything.
As you just... yeah, you just see... Oh, wait, yeah, because of the wall. Sorry, there you go.
Oh, he's lying on the ground.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
this is
lying on the ground in just severe agony.
Yeah, think of the Yamcha pose from Dragon Ball Z. Like,
Man,
You okay there?
I'd help him up.
I'm okay. I'm
Marcus
still
is taking-
standing.
He's taking all the damage.
yes.
I haven't got hit once.
Me neither.
You're all welcome.
Alright.
As you get back up, and as everyone is in the clear, you easily just absolutely leg it, leaving the place behind.
Oh my god.
Which, that basically ends what I had.
We did it.
We made it.
You guys
did
done
it.
did it.
Eat up that hag.
Yes, you definitely did. Ah!
Thanks for helping complete one of my objectives.
I completed all my objectives because I'm such a great locksmith. Totally not a thief rogue.
Of course not.
Yeah. We made a commotion.
Is there an epilogue that follows?
So, whoops. Yep. So, as you all make your way out of here, you come to the crossroads of where you need to go next. Some of you are heading off to different directions. I believe, Rosita, you will be heading over to Everland to meet with your contacts there in the northeast. While Veserai, you're heading back to Waterdeep to meet your contacts. And last but not least, Marcus, you immediately head for the port and look for a chartered boat all the way back to Luskan to meet your contacts there. Saying your goodbyes to each other. Although you don't know each other well, you have become somewhat of a companionship and have made unlikely friends. And if you ever knew who your friends were aligned with, you probably wouldn't be friends anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They would probably say, keep in contact.
yeah.
We'll see about that. Best of luck to you both.
If you ever need any
Goodbye.
more liberating pilfering help.
I certainly know a few capable scallywags.
I'll be off my
You're good.
pilfering compadres.
Mhm. You're good people.
Thank-
Try not to die out there.
Same
Cough
to you.
blood.
Here.
Hey.
Sorry, Rosita. As a good show before he leaves, she's going to use a second level cure wounds on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Got
Hey.
12 back, buddy.
Ah.
As she taps you on the back of your back. You feel the sharp pain for a second as it slowly starts to heal. Whoops, you double healed there.
Yep,
by
there's- Yep, sorry.
I'll let you do it.
Yep, so
As Veserai slaps you on the back as well for 11.
Yep, you can add that too. then.
Okay, I'll add that.
This should get you back
Ah.
to where you're going.
As you're feeling much better now, your swollen ankles have, calmed down a bit, and the wounds in your back are starting to scar.
Ah.
It'll make
Thank
for
you,
excellent
fellas.
stories.
Mhm. He opens his hands for a group hug.
Rosita just gladly just gives him a big hug.
Mhm.
And
Do you join?
drags the guy in.
I'll
Yeah.
go in.
And as he hugs them very tightly, can Marcus try to steal the scarab and the book from them? From their persons?
Damn.
Oh, hey, that's what I
You
said.
can definitely try. So this is a sleight of hand check. You're gonna have to do 2 of them. One for the scarab first. Let's do the scarab first. You gotta beat Rosita's. Yep, you beat Rosita's passive perception.
Yeah.
Darn it.
And next up, Veserai's book.
He's not my book.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
And now Rosita sees that he's stealing.
Yes, you see that he is pulling out the book that is in Veserai's pocket.
And Rosita gives a very sharp look and be like, give it back.
Come on.
Oh,
Both things.
yes. I was just messing with you too.
And
I
Rosita looks at her pack.
looking for this, and I present the scarab.
You know I knew
Alright.
that.
I know. I was just having a little laugh at your expense, last farewell. And just a warning to not really trust guys like me. I'm different, but yeah, just be careful around folks like me.
Yes,
Touche.
Mm-hmm.
I shall.
Well,
Start.
And with
Goodbye.
with that, you say your final farewells and take your own
God.
separate roads now.
The dark.
As Vezarai wanders
I
off into
can't
the dark.
see.
I am a lantern.
And then, yeah, that will basically end the campaign. Well, not the campaign, the one-shot, I guess.
Yep. Woo!
So,
We
We
It was
made
so
it.
much fun.
how did you guys enjoy your subclasses and classes, I guess, in general? I guess we'll go around the room of how you thought it compared to what you would expect if you've played the other class before or not. And, you know, how it handles. So, Marcus, have you played a rogue before?
I have, and also played a thief rogue before.
Oh, nice. How did it compare, do you think? Was it too broken or under-leveled?
Well, I wouldn't say broken. It certainly functions much more differently than the regular thief rogue. Where I think as the 5th edition thief rogue is kind of, how do I put this, like, very, you know, abstract mechanically. Like their most, you know, known feature of the bonus action, you can use tools or check for traps or try to steal from someone. In the regular version, you can also like use any object as a bonus action, like open a door, like use a healer's kit, for example. And that was removed for the thief in this version, which I am a bit sad about. I think that, you know, line, while kind of abstract for newcomers, and I can understand why they tried to move it to simplify it. I think that adds like interesting dynamics that you can use the rogue, the thief rogue for, if you want to mess around with like regular items and such.
Yeah. I was going to say, and the human is part as well, how it gives you inspiration. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I can comment on quickly that I'm not sure what to think. I do like the idea that, you know, one's like long rest advantage on a check, but I'm not sure if I would like it to be inspiration, because I don't know, this might be my personal, you know, bias playing in here, but I like seeing inspiration as something of a kind of like a reward that the Dungeon Master gives for players because of certain actions. Kind of like a little, you know, pat on the back for like whatever they feel like. And while making it more gamey, where you can like game the system and gain inspiration, is like a neat idea. I'm not sure if I, on principle, like it. I certainly wouldn't mind if humans had a feature that let them roll with advantage, like once per long rest. But I would maybe change it to not be specifically inspiration. Though then again, that would again complicate things, and the idea of one D&D seems to try to streamline things. So
Yeah, I have noticed
this
that they...
is a nice compromise.
Yeah, I have noticed that they're trying to simplify things as much as possible. So I get why they wanted to do the inspiration and trying to focus on, you know, giving people inspiration instead of saying that they get advantage because of a feat. So it makes sense, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yep, just to conclude my thoughts on the Thief Rogue, I did really like the changes to like the second story feature, the other third level one, giving the rogue a straight up climbing speed.
It does
feels
make
both
sense.
simple and very fitting.
Yeah.
And also the kind of like simplifying of the jump rules, where you can, from what I understood, jump equal to like a score or whatnot, and being able to use dexterity for that was really fun.
Yeah, because it makes sense
may-
for a rogue to have that for dex instead of just strength.
Yep. As for the last feature, the 6th level Supreme Sneak, it functions very similarly to the regular one, but instead of like half movement, it's always advantage, which I'm going to be honest, I maybe not like that it's just like without any penalties or you need to like use up anything for it. because like even if the half movement is a bit kind of strange and maybe doesn't come up in play that often, I do feel like just having straight advantage on stealth checks all the time, unless you wear medium or heavy armor, seems like penalties that don't really work for rogues, or at least, you know, not commonly. So in my humble opinion, maybe there could be something that could, you know, be penalized for giving a rogue the chance to get advantage on stealth checks using that feature. But other than that, I enjoyed it, and it was, you know, handy to have around. And that's basically all my thoughts on the rogue class and how it felt playing one.
Yeah, I did find that they, you know, just straight up giving advantage to all stealth seems a bit broken. But yeah, I do like a lot of the improvements they have definitely made.
Yeah, but in terms of just class structure, it feels very similar to 5e, and honestly, I could be like, if you told me that this was regular 5th edition, it would be hard for me to tell the difference. So I think that's a good sign towards the idea that this is like backwards compatible or won't feel too different to what we're already used to. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I like the idea that it is partly backwards compatible. Although the old classes and that probably won't be used as much, and a lot of DMs will probably like ban a lot of the stuff, such as like the Gloomstalker Ranger.
Probably.
Which, the base Ranger is terrible, but like with the Gloomstalker they kind of like overbuffed it.
In a sense.
In a sense. But yeah,
it's
that's
certainly powerful.
So, I guess, next up, Rosita, how did you find the Ranger, which is probably the biggest buffed class, as well as the Tiefling, how they changed it slightly?
Oh, here's the funny thing. Tomorrow, I play another ranger. And, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, she's a Horizon Walker, so,
Ah, nice.
yeah. But I love all the cantrips. Like, it makes me so happy.
Yeah, having cantrips is a big change for Rangers, because they don't get them normally.
No. And the Hunter's Mark not being concentration is so nice because almost, like, a lot of Ranger spells are concentration.
I know, it's so bad, like, you can't do anything without it. It's either Hunter's Mark, or you just don't use anything else. It's broken.
Yep.
But yeah, I did like that. What about the Tiefling? How they changed it ever so slightly, I believe.
I mean, I love the creative possibilities with the different resistances.
That is true.
Basically, one of the big reasons why Rosita is green is to signify her necrotic resistance for being like the Chthonic Tiefling.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like picking her small because, yeah.
Yeah, it's always
Small
fun
Tiefling.
playing a small creature.
Like, I enjoyed her a lot, and yeah. Granted, she was supposed to be a halfling, but I saw everybody picking the cooler races, and I was like, I can't cop out. I need to pick something cool.
And
Understand.
Rosita was certainly cool.
It definitely was a cool character. I do find that the characters now are actually like there's more variety and stuff that I've noticed, and it makes you actually like the idea of the characters now instead of them being all bread and butter. Like, oh, it's a tiefling or it's a basic human or stuff like that. Like, it doesn't spice it up the old version, but now they can choose like your height, your languages, and all of that. It makes it feel more diverse.
Because me personally, I love roleplay centered campaigns, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, roleplay campaigns are definitely a lot more fun, I find, instead of just being pure combat, because then you're just waiting for your turn, essentially. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I guess, last up, Veserai. How'd you like the new Ordling and the Bard?
I like the Ardling. I could see that the wings, like if you like mixed it with like a hunter or something instead of like, or even a rogue, like it could be pretty strong. Like you get that like 30 feet of like movement to just fly anywhere
That's true, yeah.
and get that cover. Yeah, it's nice. Also like design, they did it, and with like the 3 different, I guess kind of like sub races with like the heavenly, idyllic, and the other one.
Exalted,
lot
yeah.
more, like,
Exalted, heavenly,
Exalted,
ideal.
Yeah, where they're all on lore. I think it's going to be an interesting addition
Yeah.
that
So,
people are going to go crazy for.
yeah, you went the heavily one, I remember. So yeah, you got like Cure Wounds, Zone of Truth, and Light, which I believe you could get them all as a bard as well, technically.
Yeah, there was a lot that were just like mixed.
Mm.
That's what I mean. Like if you go for like a different class where you get like these things plus like rogue and other things, or like fighter, just having access to those like spells just base is pretty good.
Yeah. And the ability to fly equal to your proficiency bonus. That's pretty good, I found.
It does disappear after, like, as well.
Yeah, it does
Like the
disappear
wings.
after. But yeah.
So you can't just like go 30 feet up, or you'll just 30 feet down.
Yeah, 30 feet up,
right
30
after.
feet down. It's good for little
was a
hop,
nice
skips, and
addition.
jumps. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big leap.
But like, yeah, instead of, them saying, hey, you only get it once per long rest, you get multiple uses of it now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like if it was just one, it would kind of be lackluster.
It would be, yeah. It was like, hey, I got this great ability, but oh, wait, I can only use it once.
You would just feel like pressured to like save it for like a really specific situation.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
But what about the bard, I guess? There wasn't much change there, I believe, except for the inspiration being a reaction.
Yeah, I could use it much, but I could see having the freedom to like use your bonus action to like heal someone else, and then like on your turn or like someone else's turn, just a reaction, give them bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Especially with like cutting words and everything.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty
Definitely gives it a lot more power than
Definitely,
just like
yeah.
waiting for your turn to like help everyone else.
But yeah, I believe that's pretty much it, unless anyone had some final notes.
So I got.
I guess final notes just I am kind of curious about the the study action that was used.
Yeah,
for,
so
like trying to search books. Is there like any proficiency that applies to it, or is it just a straight intelligence check?
it states that it's a straight intelligence check, but I believe it's mainly meant to be used for in like combat. If you're wanting to like quickly ascertain how to like use a altar that has like a riddle on it or something like that.
I see.
I tried to implement it in like normal playing factors, like you look through bookshelves and all that, or trying to find something. But I guess it's very situational, that one.
Yeah, I do like the idea that instead of just people feeling like investigation is the only stat that applies to like searching, or intelligence skill not being that useful. It is technically the dumb stat of
It is.
5th edition. I do like that their attempts to try to add more utility to it, like with the study skill, like you mentioned, like maybe having combat-oriented benefits to it. I think there is potential there, but from the play I couldn't really see it, or can't think of ways to utilize it, but still looking into ways to make intelligence more viable, or even penalize for you not putting like points into intelligence, like that could make it or actually not. I feel like penalization is like the very not something they're looking for to, but just benefits to having high intelligence would be nice on any character, I think, and would incentivize not just dumping it fully.
I do. One issue that I do have with like D&D, like the system at the moment is, like you said, intelligence is a dump stat at the moment. the only people that really benefit from it is wizards and artificers, which artificers are like an add-on in Oberon. So I feel like they need to do more stuff with intelligence, because like there's more charisma casters than there is wisdom and intelligence.
And also being the pillar, like social pillar of play or whatever.
Yeah.
It's taught, like it has like that also covered as well. So yeah, I agree. Like doing something with intelligence that could
like
mechanically incentivize people in using it could go a long way of making it feel more represented.
Yeah, like having
like non-casting characters or non-wizard or artificer characters.
Yeah. Like having like the amount of spells that you have available to you as based on like your intelligence or something like that. Because I believe it's already done that with like the wizard. It has to use wisdom, I think, for the amount of spells you can prepare from memory.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. It is
intelligence.
Yeah.
Maybe, but still, like the important thing is that there is some thought put into it.
There is, yeah.
But yeah.
I can see they put some thought into it, but yeah, I feel like there's still a ways to go.
Absolutely.
But yeah. I guess that's about it, unless anyone else had any other tidbits.
All I got.
Yeah, I liked everyone's character. It was very fun playing with you all.
They were very fun characters, yes.
Yes.
We surprisingly melded well together.
I know. I was worried, like, oh, are they going to be able to, fuse, like, team up together easily enough? And surprisingly, it went very fluid.
Somehow we just slid very well and
Managed to. Wasn't this supposed to be like a 3-part one shot?
No,
Like,
it was meant to be like 2 to 3. It just depended how you went, essentially. Like you could have, dawdled a lot more, like talked to a lot more people, or explored the surroundings of the place. But you guys did pretty well, I would say.
We had a mission and we did it.
Exactly.
Yep. And we worked very well together, help our strengths and cover our weaknesses. Like Marcus being just a punching bag of everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
0 damage taken.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know how that happened. I
Throws
like,
up a tooth.
ran up to the hag like 3 times.
Yeah, that hag, like, yeah. Unfortunately, Marcus was always in the wrong place in the wrong time, and forgot to check one trap.
Yep. Oh my god, like it was just surely this can't be a trap. They wouldn't put a trap in their own, like yeah, I'm paralyzed.
But yeah, that was definitely fun. I would probably be doing more playtests with the new materials coming out shortly. I'm thinking of doing a wizard one, well, the spellcaster one, and the warrior one. I'm actually looking forward to the warrior one, because that one will most likely be heavily combat orientated, but I've heard they're doing a lot of interesting things with it, like making everyone a battle master. So
really now?
Ooh.
Yeah, so like
That
they'll
would
have
be
like
cool.
different attack types, like sweeping attacks and stuff like that.
Oh, that
I think
sounds like
that's
so
a
much fun.
brilliant idea.
Because so far there's not much variety with fighters and anyone melee class. It's just hit, do nothing, hit, do nothing.
If they lean into something like that and give like what was in like 3.5, like cleave attacks and the sort, like not maybe too complicated, but still just combat options that are different, and keep the person of that, then I think they have a real like gold mine on their hands to making fighters more engaging.
Oh yeah, people will take fighter more if they do that.
Yeah. Or even separate all the martial classes from each other.
Yeah. So yeah, from what I've seen, they're doing what they're doing in Baldur's Gate 3 essentially, which each weapon has a different like extra alternative attack action. So like the great axes have like a sweeping attack and all that.
See, I really hope that they simplify the spellcasters because take it from a 3-year wizard, I threw myself into the deep end.
Oh god, wizards.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's level 9 and it's a lot.
Yeah, wizards are definitely interesting and hard. I had a first-time player once try to do one. I was like, you don't want to be wizard. Don't go wizard for your first character. You will hate yourself.
I quite love my first character.
I do agree that wizard is one of those classes that I wouldn't exactly recommend maybe for a first timer if you want to do spell casting.
Yeah,
They can,
definitely
of
not
course,
first
go
time.
through it. I maybe, funnily enough, either go druid or cleric because in that options, because you can change your spells every long rest. Like, sure, you have the beginner options of like cure wounds, guiding bolt, but if you're feeling like it, you can easily switch into inflict wounds or some of the other spells without like, having to remake a whole character.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah, I did.
yeah. Sorry, you go.
I checked myself into the deep end. That was my first character. I'm a wizard.
Fair enough.
I was a sorcerer at my first character. I was very confused for a while.
I will never touch sorcerers. They are too confusing.
I try to figure out the meta magic and the sorcery points, and did lack having only 2 spells, like most of the time.
What was my first? My first one was a warlock. I actually liked
Oh
warlock.
dear.
Warlock's great.
They are great, but I wouldn't certainly give it to a first character if they ever played D&D, because warlocks, like, try to explain short rest spells to them and having only 2 slots for them. Like, oh.
You just go Eldritch Blast. Nothing else but Eldritch Blast.
Okay, just tell them that. Just that. You are deterrent.
all
Yeah, cast
Always
Eldritch
and
Blast
forever.
will be fine. Yep.
Always and forever, Eldritch Blast.
Ooh. Speaking of, I do wonder what they're gonna plan to do with the Warlock and Eldritch Blast.
I think they're just going to give it as a class feature. Because it's no longer in the spell lists, so they're just going to make it a class feature.
Question. Was the Hunter's Mark a class feature or still a spell?
It's still a spell. Because it's a primordial spell, I believe. So druids can take it as well. From memory. Let me just double check this. So let's see. Oh wait, it's in the origins, I believe. Let's see. Arcane Primordial. Hunter's Mark. There you go. And
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mine doesn't count against the spells.
yeah,
That's
the only
feature.
difference. Yeah.
So I see. Still,
Yeah, technically druids will be
Improvement.
able to take it.
That could be fun.
mm-hmm.
Because Wild Shape plus Hunter's Mark, that's like extra damage on like a wolf melee hit.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Let's see, who originally has Hunter's Mark? All spells. I'm just quickly checking. Hunter's Mark. Ranger and Oath of Vengeance could have it. No one else. So now it's Rangers and Druid. So that should be interesting.
Ooh, Circle of the Moon Druid with Hunter's Mark.
Hmm.
Ooh.
That'll be interesting, yeah. But yeah, I guess that's probably about it tonight by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been very fun to play with you all.
It has been,
I
yes.
can't wait to do it
as
again.
well.
Alright.
Call
Well-
upon me whenever you need me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you
Definitely.
want to reach you.
God. Well, thanks for watching, everyone who is probably going to look up this video, because I doubt we have any viewers at the moment. But, yeah, feel free to come by next time and check out the rest. Bye.
And I can't